Good morning, Mayor. Good morning, City Council members. Dina Babsky, Director of EED for the city, and I'd like to welcome our wonderful guest, Ms. Heather Harmon, and she is the Executive Director for the Las Vegas Museum of Art. Welcome. We are so excited to bring for your consideration today this lease agreement with the museum. As you all know, in anticipation of the construction of the Museum of Art, this is a very exciting component that is going to give us a little more excitement as we continue to get closer to the construction of the museum. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to present some of the highlights on the lease terms, and then I won't steal Ms. Harmon's thunder, and I'm going to give her the mic to talk about the actual project. For your consideration today is the lease for 15,500 square feet at the Promenade Garage. It's the vacant retail place that's right on the side of VIX. As you all know, we have been waiting for a very exciting tenant to go in there. So the museum is going to be exactly what is going to bring additional programming and visitation to the area. So the lease term is initial term for 10 years with 2 options, 5 years each. So hopefully you all stay for 20, maybe even longer. The appraised value for the lease per square foot came in at $1.70, and this is going to be the market rate that is going to be applied to the lease terms for the museum. They will start, once the big museum is built, that's when the actual rent will commence. So we will set it at the market rate at that time. Again, without further ado, I would like to give the word over to Ms. Harmon to talk about the project.
Thank you, Dina.
Welcome.
Thank you. Heather Harmon, for the record, Executive Director of the Las Vegas Museum of Art. Thank you, Mayor Berkeley and members of Council, for your continued guidance and support. We are so grateful for the opportunity to bring this tremendous cultural asset to the city of Las Vegas. I'm here today to present the Las Vegas Museum of Art's Media Lab, a proposed dynamic ground floor multi-use and public programming space. Designed to activate Symphony Park ahead of the museum's grand opening, the Media Lab will expand the city's public-private partnership with LVMA and bring forward this additional community venue. The Media Lab not only establishes the museum's center of operations, but features inclusive exhibitions and public programming, a glimpse into the future Las Vegas Museum of Art, and a retail storefront. We are confident that this endeavor will serve to enhance Symphony Park's role as a vibrant cultural and community destination. And as you can see, the Media Lab is just a short walk from the future museum. Designed in partnership with the LVMA board and LGA Architecture, the Media Lab maximizes optimal visitor experience while establishing the museum's headquarters. You can see full office amenities, a conference room, and ample space for our growing staff. Generous circulation will house an immersive experience of our Francis Carré designed museum with floor plans, models, images, and video footage that will give the community an opportunity to engage with the museum as we build it. Visitors will be greeted by our kind and friendly staff, many of whom are here today and are all proudly Las Vegans. The large orange rectangle depicted will be home to our exhibitions and public programs. And we will continue to build our audience through these endeavors in close partnership with the Los Angeles County Museum of Art, or LACMA. Perhaps most exciting is the exhibition space. We cannot wait to present programs to our community as soon as 2026, such as Christian Marclay's The Clock, a 24-hour montage of moments in cinema and television depicting the passage of time, shown recently at the Museum of Modern Art in New York, and in LACMA's collection, this iconic work draws crowds of all ages. LVMA will also launch its educational programming at the onset, using the Media Lab as a pilot for early initiatives, school visits, and activities. We are looking forward to collaborating with our cultural partners, the Smith Center, the Discovery Children's Museum, and the Nevada Ballet Theater, all in Symphony Park, and exploring how we can grow together. a brief capture of our representative office spaces that aim to be as welcoming and inclusive as our mission. And we could not miss the opportunity to introduce the retail component of the museum with a small bookstore and gift space offering distinctive merchandise and celebrating local vendors. We are so fortunate to have such talent in Las Vegas. The city's continued investment will allow LVMA the opportunity to share our story and include the community on our journey by giving a behind-the-scenes look at the making of the museum. A bit about our timeline with our shared objective of opening to the public next spring. We are so appreciative of your time and want to thank you for your partnership, for your investment, and for your belief. And thank you for your support in realizing Elaine's vision for Las Vegas. We remain committed to her legacy and to the future of our community. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're very excited about the prospect of having this extraordinary museum in the middle of downtown Las Vegas. This is a public hearing. Is there anybody that wishes to come forward and speak on this issue? Seeing nobody, is there any council member that wishes to speak? Yes, Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, and I appreciate everything you're doing. I think it's really awesome. Just as a totally random thought, and so do nothing with it or do something with it. But that VIX sign is so prominent as you're coming into Symphony Park, and it's something that becomes somewhat of a landmark for my family as we drive into the Children's Museum or the Smith Center. Will the Art Museum have something as far as signage goes as it relates to that Promenade Place space?
Yes, we will. We'll make sure to have respectful and symbiotic signage and be very thoughtful of our neighbors.
And dynamic.
And dynamic, yes.
Okay. Make us
No,
think.
the advantage of having all of that storefront space is that we can give you a preview as you're driving by and really enhance the desire to go in and see what the museum is offering.
It's awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Councilwoman Diaz.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. It's always a pleasure to have you before us, Ms. Harmon. And I remember I was newly elected to this council when we were talking about moving the project forward back then. And then COVID happened, and we had to deal through those times. But I'm just so excited. I was super pleased with the renderings of the museum, the architectural renderings. It's going to be a gem in addition to everything already happening in Symphony Park. And I just think that a museum is such a place that all of us can come together as a community and appreciate different perspectives and different expressions. And it just helps us embrace each other's uniquenesses and differences. And I couldn't think of a better time that that's more needed for our community moving forward. So thank you for being the one tasked with carrying this across the finish line. Thank you to Ms. Babsky for also being there beside you, making sure that we're collectively making every single decision that can make this a reality, because I've been wanting this for a really long time, and I can't wait to also see the partnership between the LA's museum and kind of bringing exhibitions from there to here. And I think the future is only going to be more culture for our children moving forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any other council person wishing to speak? Okay.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Yes, okay.
Ditto.
Seeing no others, I will now close the public hearing, and no action is required on items 37 and 38. Is there a motion on related item 39? Ms. Summers Armstrong.
Thank you, Madam Mayor and City Council. I move for approval
Thank you so
on
much.
items 39 and 40.
Okay, shall we, can we take them together?
One at a time, please.
All right, we're going to do 39 first, Councilwoman. Please vote. Post.
Yes.
Item 39 passes. Motion on item 40, Ms. Summers Armstrong.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I move to approve item 40.
Please vote. Opposed? Agenda item 40 passes. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.